Mom and Dad are not fighting, dude.
Start
Just
recording.
relax.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Everything is fine.
Everything is on. Everything should be fine.
Returning to the end times.
OBS only shows the game, okay. So I do not expose my balls by checking if the stream works. The stream works, okay. Good.
Yeah, I don't think you're in the part of your life when you need to become DSP just yet.
I masturbated for 1,000 children? Thousands of children.
Your voice is spot on. I am amazed.
I have heard
I
it
have
so much.
never
at this
heard
point.
DSP talk, so I cannot comment.
I have heard him. I have watched that clip so many times at this point. And the great part is that he's like, "It's not my fault that a bunch of kids use the service," and it's like, no, idiot. The reason people are saying that thousands of children have seen you masturbate is because the stupid clip is spread everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't need to be... like, you can be underaged and use Twitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Die, you stupid birds.
You don't belong in this world.
Well, I have heard like so much of DSP because my roommate uses him as comedy and watches him quite regularly. So I like have certain phrases in my head completely. To reiterate, I did nothing wrong. I started the game. You guys can join.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this is still better than my ex-girlfriend who watched like Polish YouTubers. So
that is better.
Oh god.
I would throw some names, but I don't think it's even gonna mean anything to Mute because he's illiterate in terms of Polish YouTube.
Correct.
Oh, that's just mean.
No, it's
a compliment, actually.
It's a compliment.
No, it is a compliment, actually.
But
You might think it's mean.
but both I have to agree it's much better to watch DSP than me or you. So.
I'd rather watch DSP
Yeah, but
than
it's just
fucking
like
Pro
watch
any time
actually
of
good
year.
content. You don't want to watch crap like you know what? I'm too tired to trying to make jokes about YouTubers I dislike.
Look, Schadenfreude is a valid form of entertainment.
I stroked out. Did you just say you would rather watch quality content like DSP?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm too tired.
Oh, I can put a painting in here. Cool. Yeah. This is rad.
So today is the DSP Power Hour.
Why do I join you? I want to invite you.
Blam the game.
Invite.
Tidu has invited me to play Warhammer.
I don't think we have Zal on Steam yet, so we're waiting. In any case, hello everyone! Welcome to the
Good morning.
no script stream.
Yeah.
Or
No
no preparations.
That's what we're calling the. That's what we're calling the Pathos streams now. You script those. You wish those were scripted.
Yeah, kind of.
With fucking spinning.
Honestly, I kinda wish I had like a script of the game on hand so I could just like prepare mentally for what I'm about to say to prepare the voice. Because when I'm reading as I read out loud, my voice just defaults to my normal one.
I'm surprised to see you still here.
I bet you if you like contact whoever wrote that game at Icepick Lodge, I'm sure you know their name.
Yeah.
If you contact them, they will be like, here's the script and here's the extended version with stuff we didn't use for the game.
I could probably do that. Ask Max to do that, and he would probably somehow end up being successful.
That's not that difficult, honestly. I have contact with a few of them. The few of them that speak English confidently enough. Though Alfina doesn't work with Icepeak Lodge anymore.
Yeah, as I've said, it's probably gonna work.
Yeah, they're cool people. What the fuck is in here? Winds of Magic. No, thank you.
That's the latest DLC with the Beast
Ah,
mode.
okay.
I think thou would have to host the game for us to be able to access it, because I don't have it, so...
Oh, wait, so we can play DLC as long as just one person has it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've mentioned that
Bitchin'.
multiple times.
the host
Uh,
has
I
to have it.
didn't... Okay, think about who I am. I have attention deficit hyperactive disorder.
Mhm,
I have
Alzheimer's.
obsessive compulsive disorder. I have mild paranoia. I'm not gonna have paid attention to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's rude.
Yeah, this
And-
game is really cool in the sense that one person, like the story-based DLC, because they're like, they're making like character classes DLCs and all that, but you know, obviously those can't be shared. But story-based content, literally, the host needs to like have it, and the rest is able to play it.
Honestly, considering there's stuff like Payday and Crusader Kings even use that model, I don't think anyone could get away with anything else nowadays. Which is nice.
I'm trying to think of a game that still like has that problem, and I think Destiny is
Okay.
the only one.
I believe you have the force.
Well,
Destiny, and like, you know, we don't count like huge expansions on this list. You know, obviously, so I'm not gonna
Sorry.
say FF14 or anything like
What
that.
are you saying Destiny does?
Like, if you don't have Forsaken, you can't play Forsaken with someone who has Forsaken.
No, you can't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only game I've played recently that I feel still has that problem, because Modern Warfare 4 has like all maps, you know, given to everyone for free. So
I'm
nobody
kind
cares.
of hoping that maybe Bungie has finally taken the hint of putting more of the story content that people actually give a shit about into the expansions, because Shadowkeep was a step in the right direction until the raid happened and then nothing else. That said, I
I'll be
haven't
real
kept
with
up on
you.
what's been going on with Season of Arrivals.
I'll be real with you. I've only finished Vanilla Destiny 2 and the first two expansions. I'm gonna play the third one with my girlfriend, and I don't have Shadowkeep.
First two expansions.
Osiris and Warmind. The third
That's
one being...
it? Oh,
I
wow.
mean, I do have Forsaken, but I'm waiting to play that co-op with the girlfriend, so... And I
No,
don't have Shadowkeep.
I understand waiting. I'm just saying, I'm surprised, and I need to keep my mouth shut and not say anything, because
It's okay. Like, I just wanted to mention that I liked Osiris. I think Osiris was really cool. Going through the Infinite Forest was a really cool set piece. But man, Warmind was nothing. Warmind was just like zero of anything.
the biggest problem that I ran into was that I fell off after Curse of Osiris, or Q, and Destiny 2 ends on a big hook. I mean, if you finished the Red War, at least.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went from Vanilla Red War to you know, the first two DLC being Warmind and Osiris, and now doing Forsaken.
Forsaken is okay. It starts off strong and then kind of ends a little limp. And it, of course, the other whole problem is that this whole thing of gaining story content behind doing the raid is like, no, thank you.
Oh yeah, that was, man.
They still do that problem. Have that problem.
Like, I remember playing Destiny 1, because I played like all of Destiny 1 outside of Rise of Iron, and it was really funny when, like, here is the Taken King, whatever his name was.
You defeated him, but not really.
No, but you know, it's not even that. He came to our galaxy because you killed his son. Okay,
Yeah.
when did I do that? Here's this optional raid that you probably didn't do. That's where you killed his son.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Don't worry about it. Other Guardians killed his son.
Yeah.
Unless you actually did it, in which case he's here because you killed them.
Yeah, I was extremely lucky because I just happened to stumble upon that raid and do it, so I was like, oh yeah, I guess I killed his son. And then played the Taken King.
It's funny because 14 does that same thing, but it's much, much better about how it recognizes it. And if you don't do certain pieces of dialogue flags just don't go off, and that's it.
That's nice.
Okay.
So, speaking of 14, where are you in 14, Tidu?
I have not moved it this past week because I was busy. So I am still doing self-bullshit in self-bullshit land.
I'm fucked.
My character is like
will...
level 38, I think. The quests are level 30.
He's fucking level 38 and he's still doing work for the selves. I can't fucking believe it.
The Sprout XP bonus is fucking insane. Like, I didn't even try to grind, and I just got there.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's like double XP. It's real estate. Also,
No, I know.
I did the dungeons a bit with my palace, so that gave me a lot.
Which dungeon did you do?
The first three one, so like the Pirate Cove, the Satasha Sunken Temple, and one more. The one where you fight the Squidman at the end.
Deep Croft.
Yeah.
And Copper Bell.
I did Copper Bell only once. I did the something Sunken Temple a bit, which I stumbled upon.
Sunken City of Karn?
No. It's level 45, I
Temple of
think.
Bone, yeah.
Sunken Temple of Karn, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. That is it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's easy to mix those two up in the lore because they both kind of have overlap.
I mean, they're both sunken, so...
Well, and the other problem is that I'm deep on the BLM lore, there's overlap with them having had some awareness of thaumaturgy, and because of their advancements and the stigma that exists against and prejudice that exists against black mages.
Right.
It's all lore that kind of overlaps.
BLM is Black Mage, right. I get really confused for a moment there.
Yeah, I know. I had the same problem about like 3 to 4 years ago when I was like, why is everybody talking about black mages all of a sudden? They're not talking about black mages.
Where is
I'm
Zal?
fucked because you guys wanna play F.
Yeah? Go on.
Hello?
Hello? Oh.
Okay.
Hi, Zal.
Now we're back. What the hell happened there?
I don't know.
Oh, Discord being funky.
That's
Guess
just
so.
Discord.
You were saying something about 14, Booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys wanna play 14, my girlfriend wants to play Neverwinter, and I will die.
Neverwinter, which like the Neverwinter dot game or Neverwinter Nights 1 or 2?
Neverwinter MMO game.
Why? It sucks. Don't do it. I made the same mistake. It's fucking garbage.
No, don't ever trust an MMO made by Cryptic.
Yeah.
Hi, Zal.
Hi, Zal. Get in here.
I don't know, like all I know about it is that it's probably the only D&D game that is less than 20 years old and 15 maybe. And
I'm a little
also
disappointed
still
that there's-
functions.
I mean,
Sorry.
Baldur's Gate 3 will come out any day now.
Yeah, I won't be able to play it on my PC because it won't run it.
I'm a little
Really?
disappointed that there is no native DualShock 4 support for this fucking game on PC, considering that it's on the PS4!
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing on the DualShock 4, but you need the DS4 Windows program to make it run.
Fuck that shit.
Warframe is okay. I mean, they did some really cool patches to like Railjack and all that, so it's fun to play now.
Now.
Unless you are like a super...
Now.
It was fun to play before, but they made 2 really bad patches and need to like fix everything they fucked up.
Yeah, no, that's the thing I keep hearing about Warframe is that they can. It's a continuous experience of okay, play it now. Wait, no, stop playing it. Okay, now go back. Wait, no, don't
Yeah.
touch it.
Yeah, it's basically a huge new patch came out. Preferably, don't touch that content for like a month, and
Okay.
after that month, it should be fine.
The dwarf is here. Let's go.
Right now, their space combat content is in development, isn't it?
No, it came out. It sucked, and now
Somebody
they
pick a
patched
mission.
it
I
into
don't know.
being good.
I'm just here
Sorry,
for
what
the
did you say? Tidu had to interrupt with yelling about something.
Okay. What did we do? Okay, we did like Act 1 last time.
Yep.
Yeah, we completely finished that.
We did
So
the first
act-
act, yeah, so went the
Yeah, so
Act 2.
Act 2 now. Difficulty, I'm gonna pick Recruit. Do not fuck things up, maybe. And play. There you go.
The baby quality. Oh, hey, there are people in the chat.
Pathfinder is D&D? I didn't know that. I thought... Wait, Pathfinder is like a separate RPG system.
It is, but it's based heavily on D&D 3.5. People got 3.75 basically all the time. It's a very similar game. Yeah,
Bridge of
3.75.
Shadows has been a boon, but it seems our enemies may have got wise. Alessa says there's interference with the winds in the winds of magic centered around an old elf temple nearby. Take a wander, have a gander, and put a stop to whatever it is they're up to. We have a lot of work to do, and we
You
won't stand a
realize
chance.
the character is reading this, right?
I don't care. I can't hear them. I'm trying to immerse myself in this deepest lore.
I mean, yeah, Warhammer lore is pretty deep, actually.
So deep that you can reach the Skaven. Hey.
Yeah, I was, as I was saying, the space combat thing is totally in the game now. It's Railjack. It sucked ass when it came out, like it was barely playable. And then they like, as someone who did that content like last month, it's good now. Like it's really fun to play.
I mean, I kind of eventually want to get in because I know it's fun to dress up the dollies that are in Warhammer. Or, oh my god, Warframe!
You're not wrong, Warframe is partially inspired by 40k, so, you know.
What?
Yeah,
serious?
Warframe is... Oh god, there is the No Clip documentary, and they talk to one of the guys who works at DE, and he's like, here is what inspired Warframe, and he lists a bunch of stuff. One of them for sure is Dune, and the reason why that's important is because Warhammer 40k is a gigantic Dune ripoff. So yeah, it's basically
That's why the
the same
overlap
thing.
exists, and that's why Tidu had such a boner for Dune.
Yep. It's a very good book. Oh shit. Ow.
Dune is a fantastic book, and as
Well-
I said, it's like extremely clear that 40k is a gigantic ripoff of Dune.
Yeah, yeah.
With like the God Emperor of
Let's hope
Mankind
that
and all
maybe
that.
it's gonna turn into not only is it a good book, but now it's also a good movie.
Leech, help! It's sucking me. Thank you.
Next off the suck.
I feel like the movie will be good because the director is, as Mute has mentioned earlier, a gigantic Dune fanboy.
Yeah.
And also he has a proven track record. He did the new Blade Runner movie, and
Sicario.
also it has been confirmed that the first movie will cover half of the first book, so it's gonna be divided into 2 parts, which makes complete sense because like Dune is one of those books that he might have as well finished it halfway through, and that would be okay.
Yeah, it's like 700 pages long in Polish, I think. So
Like 500 maybe.
yeah, it's 30 hours of an audiobook. That's my metric. Ow, ow, ow.
It's like it makes perfect sense to cut that book into 2 separate movies. I can even probably pinpoint the cutoff point for them.
On the topic of stuff being junk and weird, I have a cursor on my screen and it's probably showing on stream. So sorry about that. I noticed it, but
People need to resign to the fact our
I can see it now. I can see it now.
at posting banter streams. So, I mean, if they're expecting high quality content, they came to the wrong channel.
correct.
We promise nothing, but deliver something sometimes.
Well, people expected nothing, and they're still going to be let down.
I need to like, now that I'm done with like my English certificate and my studies and all that, I need to like sit down and read those 40k codexes and books we got, because
Oh yeah, nice.
I've just dabbled in them a little bit, looked for some stuff, and yeah, there's some cool ass shit in there.
I've got one of the codexes for the Mechanicus. Wait, sorry,
you
not
have,
Mechanicus, Death Watch.
oh, Death Watch. I think they're getting a new one. It's been announced.
Great.
Probably will be with the
I'm
9th
pretty
edition.
sure Zao or Ellie can correct me, but I think Death Watch was one of the announced new codexes. So
Mechanicus are weird because like I tried to play them on Vassal, and they have like just the Scritari, but they like very modifiable. So it's like one unit, but they have plenty of options.
Hang on, the game's just.
we
Game
are
is
not
what?
a brick wall. We are Skitari.
Peter, you okay there?
Yeah.
Okay. Fire bad.
Warp fire even worse.
That is the general rule of life. Fire is bad.
Yeah.
Getting some really bad latency here.
And warp fire is even fucking worse. Unless you played as Skaven, in which case is the best fucking thing ever. Who cares about casualties on your side? You killed all your enemies.
I mean, I feel like
Where's
this
this
is
giant
the, I
fucking
feel like
pillar
this is
come
the
from?
general rule of every 40k faction. It's like,
Where the hell did you guys go? Oh, okay, there you are.
who cares about the casualties if the will of the Emperor is being made real? So
That is true for the Imperium of Men, but like the Elder or the Elves are rather elite and they don't die that easily.
Well, and as long
yeah,
as
I feel like the Elders are the only ones who care about their own casualties.
Yeah. Well, the Tyranids in 40k are in an especially cozy spot because who cares if they die, as long as they win they can just eat themselves back, and it's on the biomass that matters. As long as there is a net surplus of biomass, it's good.
I need to, man.
Did you come from here? Yeah.
I'm just going after Zao because he knows what he's doing, probably more than I do. Listen, if like
Oh, rattling gun.
if all of us are like at 0% of knowing what we are doing, Zao being at 5% is a huge improvement.
Oh, look that.
Somebody have ranged weapons.
I'm trying to jump there to shoot the thing.
Hang on.
Because I'm out of ammo, so that's bad.
Got him.
Yeah, but as I was saying, like, you know, we're obviously starting, like, I have my fingers on wolves now, so we're kind of starting to build the army for me a little bit, but I'm...
Oh wow, these trees are tall.
Yeah. But at one point I want to play a bit as Tyranids, because Tyranids are just cool.
Tyranids are very cool.
Here's the thing. Space Marines
Abigail,
are
what the
cool.
hell are you doing behind the television?
Chilling. She's just vibing. Let her be.
Probably trying to break it.
Get away from my Switch dock. Yeah, that's right, you little shit.
As I was saying... Okay, there's a leech somewhere.
And so begin the screams of the child.
As I was saying... Oh, I got assassinated. Cool. Thank you.
No problem.
You're fine.
I'm really chill about being stabbed to death. Come through the territory.
Yeah.
The Space
gonna kill
Marines are
myself.
really cool, but man, do I not feel like working for the Imperium of Man, so I guess Chaos it is.
Orcs, 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 orcs.
Nugget!
Here's the thing though, they don't get cool demons and they don't get cool armor.
Who these only gets when you got a proper good stomper boss?
Oh god, he's really into it now.
I mean, I was gonna make the joke of, man, it must be really easy for him to make the orc
Getting
voice.
really cooked by
The
me.
accent is
Yeah,
already
guys.
there.
The orcs are asexual, so they don't interest Boof, sorry.
If he can't fuck it, why does he care?
Yeah.
I-
More like if he can get fucked by
Wait,
it.
I can be fucked by a space marine. They don't dick.
No, I meant just the orcs because they're fungi. They have no sexual reproduction whatsoever.
Well,
Yeah, but you can
kinda
eat
do,
them.
like-
But you can eat them and have funny little hallucinations about your Primarch talking to you.
That's true.
Wait, what?
Space Marines, the Flesh Eater chapter. Go check it out.
Okay.
A gas rat! I need more ammunition! Gas rat!
That's it. Yeah, let's
I
go.
mean, honestly, I know the rules probably like completely don't allow me to do that. But if it was up to me, I would be like, here are Khorne berserkers marching as Vikings while Slanesh noise marines are playing the drums for them, so to speak.
I mean, you can combine detachments, but there are like trust rules, and if you have like a mix between, like, I don't know, Space Marines and Necros, let's say, you need to roll for that unit every time, or they are stuck in, you know, they are watching the other team and they don't move at all, so it sucks.
Your ancestors must
Yeah, as I said, there are probably a bunch of rules that are completely fucking me over on that.
Yeah. I mean, you can always do like a traitor offshoot of the wolves or something. Who's gonna say no?
I mean, I was honestly thinking, cause Illy taught me some stuff about
Found it! I found the story.
There we go,
How-
right.
It's the
Sorting.
boy!
No,
Ow.
no, that's not
Target me.
warning. That's a Storm Fiend. He's not gonna tell you about Warhammer lore.
Yeah, he's just gonna show you the Warhammer porn.
Yeah, but Illy told me that there's some
That's
stuff
good
like
stuff.
the Imperium of Man being literally like divided in half by a warp storm, and nobody knows what's going on the other side. So I was like thinking, what if I made my chapter be from the other side, and they're
Incoming.
just like, we no longer care about the Imperium and the Emperor.
That could
We
work,
just
yeah.
wanna fucking live.
Ow, 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 assassin, 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 assassin. Thank you.
I think there was like a storyline a while back about the Dark Imperium.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, chaos is cool, but like, you know, there's a human sacrifice problem.
There's always this human sacrifice problem.
Isn't there also like a bloody, violent gore rape problem too?
I mean, there's always a something problem in the Imperium, so how the hell do you heal? I forget.
What you want? You want our emperor to die and us to not sacrifice 1,000 psychers every day? You fucking leftist? What's wrong with you? Are you communist?
That's the D-pad.
A spaced out communist? Is that what you are?
Yeah, in the when in the Imperium of Man a survey is being sent out by the government, it says, "What do you identify as, human or communist?" And the communist has like an asterisk next to it, and it says includes Xenos, heretics, people of different political beliefs.
Yeah, and mutants.
Ironically enough, I have a friend who only has Tau and Eldar, so I make fun of him for being a commie.
Good, good.
I mean,
Bully him
to be-
into oblivion. That's what he
To
deserves.
be honest, that's a very communist setup.
Listen, he has a very good reason for being a Tau fan. He's also my Gundam bro.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah, that makes complete sense.
But they don't even fight in melee. I love that clip so much. I just
Listen,
That's
love
why
it.
he wants more of the robot units, so he can
Listen,
fulfill his...
I play as the Stealth Wolf. We don't Space Wolf. We don't
Help.
even ride.
Help!
Yeah.
Help! Help! Help!
Hang on,
Help.
hang on.
Oh, there you
Oh,
are.
man.
You're fine, you're fine.
Yeah, I went the completely wrong way. Sorry.
So yeah, the general rule is basically every faction in 40k can't even do something.
Yeah. It's grim and dark.
Well, so
And
what have people been playing as of
the
late?
entire basis of the Imperium Guard is the Russian army from 1945.
When they aren't getting a hard-on for this franchise, what have people been playing as of late?
Mahjong.
Ghost of Tsushima.
How far are you in that?
The first act, because I've been doing like every single side quest and mythical quest and stuff
Understandable.
like that I can find. I'm like,
Oh god, I'm
extremely
sorry, I hit that
overleveled.
incendiary barrel.
I mean, you know, okay. Can I go first if we're doing this?
Yeah, go on.
Yep. I haven't played a lot of finishable stuff recently because, as I've mentioned, I had an English certificate exam and my thesis exam and all that, so I've been pretty busy. But in the last little while, I have finished again Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, which is a very good JRPG that everyone should play. Available on PC, Switch, and PS4.
I already played it.
And I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima, which is honestly really cool. Like, I think it might be one of the better open world AAA games as of recently.
I don't think it's even a maybe. I think it is one of the best open world AAAs.
I mean, here's the thing. Every time I talk about open world games that I like, okay, we gotta align this. Okay, could you move? Oh, thanks. Okay, should be good like this. What I wanted to say is that when I think about my favorite like open world games, it's like from this gen, like obviously Spider-Man should be in there, but it doesn't even register in my head because it's like white bread. It's the most basic bitch open world formula. It's just done well, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason people were so hot and bothered for it, is that it was, oh hey, we've got a Spider-Man game that feels good to play again.
Yeah, we got like one of them climb the tower games that's not dog shit. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume Ghost of Tsushima is gonna be a Game of the Year contender for me, because it's like, that game does a fantastic job at creating an open world that's just fun to look at, like the yellow trees, the yellow trees, different color trees that are all over the island. Like, it makes it just really fun to traverse it. Get the fuck out, stupid Skaven.
I'm trying to keep them off you.
Yeah, I have to do the thing. But yeah, other than that, I've been just playing a bit of multiplayer stuff. Been playing Apex Legends, Fall Guys.
Why don't you ever invite us to play?
Cause Mute is a plebeian and he's not gonna boot up a PS4.
Okay, well, I'll boot up mine.
For what?
Honestly, if you guys are down for it, it's just one problem. Apex Legends has 3 people squads, but it is supposed to get crossplay this autumn, which I believe might possibly happen.
That would be nice, actually.
When the season ends, and the season ends.
Considering,
in like 40 days.
Help.
Hold on. Considering what?
Considering that it's running on fucking Source, I would hope it would support crossplay at some point.
Yeah, they literally, want to release the Switch version and make it support crossplay. So that's really cool. And yeah, Fall Guys is also really cool, but like I only have the PS4 version, so I cannot play it on PC. I think that game is... I can't see that game being the success that it is. I can't see them not doing crossplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do it eventually.
Like, it's gonna be that and a Switch version because I
Yeah.
cannot see that game staying like it
Well,
is.
they said the only reason that a Switch and Xbone version aren't in development right now is because they're prioritizing on server stability and anti-cheat, which is understandable.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm gonna give them a lot of benefit of the doubt because it's clearly like a small studio that just made a thing that nobody expected to be the success that it is.
Kind of
And-
like Among Us.
Yeah. I mean, literally, Among Us and Fall Guys are like the biggest success stories of this year, I think.
Yeah, which is weird because
They are-
Fall Guy Among Us came out 2 years ago.
Yeah. That's. I'm really glad that game got recognition.
Wait, Among Us came out 2 years ago, really?
Yeah,
It's like a 2018 game.
they got
Holy shit!
they
Why
got
is it exploding so much this year?
streamers.
Somebody popular streamed it, and it was like, wait, this is cool.
Yeah,
I want to gamble, but it was probably Kraken that streamed it, but ended up making it popular. But I don't know.
I have no idea, but yeah, I'm not gonna blame the Fall Guys, people, whatever, for like not doing, some really quick expansions despite the game being a success because there's a fucking pandemic and
Yeah.
also like, nobody expected this game to be this big. Like clearly the creators and Devolver and nobody expected Fall Guys to be this successful. So, yeah, the fact that they've been making games for 15 years, because I know they made some games before this, doesn't mean they are like some huge studio. Like, I don't know how many people they hire. I assume they are getting big now. And PS Plus helped that game probably, but keep in mind that that game sold like 7 million copies on Steam in like a week.
yeah.
Like, PS Plus helped that game, just like it did Rocket League years ago. But it's not only PS Plus, that game blew the fuck up.
That is true. Which is very nice.
So yeah, I'm, gonna wait for that. And what else can I say? Modern Warfare 4 is the best Call of Duty game in the past 10 years, probably.
Also, on stream, Chisoprasi, says that the studio that made Fall Guys is huge. They've been making games for 15 years now, so...
Yeah, I mean, as I've said, they've been making games for 15 years, and the fact that you hear about them just now should tell you something.
Oh yeah, I
What the
suppose.
fuck else were they making?
Like, they talked about BTD, some like shovelware tier license games, I think. Like, I forget what exactly, but they were talking on BTD about what they've been making, and the list was like, I don't know, some Disney game on the PS3, I think.
Of course. Oh, probably.
I mean,
Wait a minute. Are they like former Disney Infinity devs?
who isn't?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Like, the joke is, like, it's not even a joke, like, remember how Ninja Fury worked on Disney Infinity?
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were working on, like, Season 2 or Season 3, like late in the life cycle of that thing. They got Ninja Fury to do some stuff, so...
Oh hey,
Like,
according
everyone and their mother worked on Disney Infinity.
according to
Oh,
the
we have a lot of
chat...
people who are not regulars here today, so
Yeah.
let me
Yeah, I want to say that. We are being streamed by Nicole, so thanks, girl.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nicole. I'll be sure to
who else
come
we have
whenever you're
here?
streaming
We got-
Remake again.
Vander Root, I think, is not a regular. Randall does not. Randveld.
Hi, Nicole is in the chat.
Regular.
Oh hey, Ronald! What's up, boy?
Thieving Beaver. That's an interesting name. All I can think of is Angry Beavers when I see a name like that.
If your
I
beaver is
think I
angry,
might
go
know
see
that
that.
guy. If I know a guy who goes by the name Beaver, but I don't know if he's watching right now.
So I'm late to responding to Beaver's comment on it, but yeah, the whole thing is that with how heavily Respawn has modded Source, I would hope that by now maybe they know some way to get that crossplay functionality going a little better. Because
Can I ask you something?
go ahead.
Do you think that at this point Respawn knows more about Source than fucking Valve, given that Respawn has been
Yes.
making games on that engine for like 15 years now?
I think the simple answer lies in the fact that the grappling hook is flawless in its functionality and its ease of use. That alone is indication that they know Source in and out, because the amount of programming that it must demand to know how to work the momentum and yeah, that's what I mean. They've modified their own version of it, so obviously they've got to know it inside and out. Hang on,
Yeah,
I've gotta pick a fucking proper class. I don't like the one that I'm currently using because all I have is a shitty little dash.
I was gonna like think. I was thinking like, speaking of this, is like, man, I wonder how much of that time traveling level in Titanfall 2 is them using the portal tech.
That's a good question.
Okay, everyone's ready?
Yeah, I need to play Titanfall 2 someday.
Titanfall 2 is really, really, really good.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. That's what is going to break me, because usually I don't play FPS.
Titanfall 2's the GOAT.
If you just answered, oh no, not another bloody bell.
He's the greatest.
You lucky bleeder. Don't need it all at once, because you'll need provisions to always destroy it.
I mean, I've talked a lot about Titanfall 2 recently, but you know, okay, let me just break this down for you. Let's say there are two types of shooters, like single-player shooters and multiplayer shooters with single-player campaigns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not gonna say that Titanfall 2 has the best campaign in like every single shooter ever, because
I'll say that.
I mean, I think Doom Eternal and like Vanquish are up there, but you know, it's
Yeah,
debatable.
but I would argue that Titanfall 2's whole appeal is that it's short, sweet, and to the point.
Yeah, but what I am going to say is that among the multiplayer shooters with single-player campaigns, this is the best one, like ever.
Okay.
There's like no, there's not even like a competition for it.
It's like there's a whole new standard that needs to be set, and I think that's why I'm not going to say that it contributes to it, but you know, Halo needs to make sure that Infinite is coming at it with all bases loaded or all pistons firing off. I don't know what the phrase I'm looking for right now is.
You want Halo Infinite to be good, and that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, I stand by the belief that it can be good because I genuinely enjoyed Halo 4.
No, okay, I think you're assuming things now. I have never played a Halo game for more than an hour. I have no preconceived notion that 343 cannot make a Halo game. I am, collecting the Master Chief games right now. So when those finish coming out to PC, I'm gonna play all of them.
They did finish.
Halo 4 is coming out.
Oh, right.
And I am not one of those people who is like 343 never made a good Halo game. What I mean by Halo Infinite is probably not gonna be good is because that presentation was dire. Like, it was a trash heap.
Yeah.
I can't say that I agree. I was impressed with what I saw mechanically, and I liked the fact that it's open world as it is, and I saw indications and progression systems that were there that was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Halo with progression. I like it.
Yeah, oh man, guys!
It's
Hello!
the big boy!
Big boy!
Yeah, my problem is that the way they shown that game was like so unexciting, like that the mission they've shown was like nothing, and that game looked, I'm not the guy who usually like cares about graphics, but that game looked subpar. Like, in certain respects, I feel like it looks even somehow worse than a Xbox One game. And
Fair enough.
like the fact that they've delayed it like, what is it, a year now?
Yep.
It's like, yeah, that thing is having problems, and I am afraid that current Microsoft, like current like Crackdown 3, State of Decay, releasing a bunch of unfinished games, Microsoft is not gonna care to make that game live up to the Halo standards. They will just need to shove it out the gate to have something as an Xbox One, Xbox Series X exclusive or whatever.
Yeah.
Sexbox.
Well,
Xbox, like people are mad for me. People are mad at me for saying Lockhart and Sexbox or like Series L or whatever. I have to be on my guard and make a conscious effort not to confuse the names subconsciously, because it's fuck you. It's 1S, 1X,
Yeah.
Series S, Series X. Like that shit just slips off the tongue.
yeah.
Mom, I want a Series S. It's $200 cheaper. Please, please. My friends are gonna be playing it. Please. Okay.
You know how
I would like an Xbox Series. I would like an Xbox. All right. Well, we got the Series X here, and it's $499.99. Oh, all right. Sorry, Billy. Guess we'll have to get you
Whoops.
3DS instead.
Yeah.
the like. I mean, we can go into the Microsoft discussion, no problem. I don't have an issue with that. But it's like two things that completely fuck me up is people are hailing the Series S, Lockhart, as like the good for poor people thing.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
That thing has only 500 gigs of memory. 500 gigs of memory were a problem this gen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it has no like disk drive, so you cannot just pop in a game, so you have to download all of it. And the extension hard drive for it that Microsoft is making is $200 US.
Yeah, but they are
the overall thing.
They are indeed going to obviously allow external hard drives that aren't officially manufactured. So that's
I hope. But like, you know, it's funny because this means like this hard drive plus this console costs $500. You know what's $500?
The Series
A
X.
PS5.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And the Series X, yes. So like, yeah, this is the trap, by the way. This is Microsoft's trap with this console.
Yeah.
And the second thing about the Series S is that it's weaker than the One X, which is insane.
Oh.
Hold on, it's weaker than the One X. Are you fucking serious?
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
They've already like made a huge announcement that if you, for example, if you play backwards compatible games on
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
if you play backwards compatible games on the Series S, they will run in the Xbox One S mode. So you won't be able to play them at 4K or in the Xbox One X upgraded frame rate and graphics fidelity. So for all intents and purposes, the Series S is weaker than an Xbox One X.
So they're coming out of the gate with the Series S being a piece of junk.
BRB.
Like I have made this statement multiple times. I don't think it was ever more obvious in the history of different versions of consoles that this is
Okay,
the
I'm back.
bad, objectively worthless version of this system.
Well, on a less depressing topic, Zal, what did you play?
Well, I've been playing Hades.
Oh, how do you find that?
Ah, that's something we can talk about.
It's actually a really fun roguelite hack and slash.
How far? What layer have you reached?
I've only just started playing it, so I'm up to the second layer.
Ah, I hit the third layer the other day.
I almost killed the Hydra,
Yeah.
and then one of the heads.
Fear is
said,
probably the
"Kill
best
that
option.
bullshit shockwave thing," and then I just got killed.
Yeah, with the Hydra, you want to go ranged.
Yeah.
Not that you can switch weapons once you're in, but The spear is really fucking broken, and I kind of love it.
Oh yes, I got the upgrade that pierced armor on all main attacks, and I got Ares' dash to deflect all shots.
Uh huh.
And then the really nice one from not Ares, Ina. Ares, I got the one where it like does damage to everything that you hit.
Oh,
I still haven't figured out how. Ah!
Hey guys!
Hello again. Ah!
Did I ever tell you about Age of Sigmar?
More like Rage of Sigma!
Yeah, I need to give Hades a try myself because it's a Super Giants game.
It's fun, yeah. It is like it feels like a natural progression from Bastion.
That's nice. That's
And
very nice.
Transistor.
Yes.
I'll be real.
Darren Cobb did the
That's what bad.
soundtrack. Like once again, that's absolutely on point. I adore the soundtracks in all the Super Giants games, and also a neat little thing: you can date the Medusa's head.
I would have to say I'm happy that through playing Hades I have learned that Supergiant did not in fact peak at Transistor, and that Pyre just was not for everybody.
Yeah,
That's true.
Do you know what? Pyre is a good game. It's just not my cup of tea.
And it's a good game because it deals with a different side of the concepts of existentialism that Transistor tried to cover.
It's
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people say this, like, yeah, it's a good game, but I'm just not interested in it because of how it plays.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because, like, I really admire that they tried a completely different gameplay style compared to what they did previously, and I think that's nice on the concept level. But of course,
And
you
that's the good thing is that
can't be forced to like something, of course.
Guys,
that's the good thing is that most Supergiant fans seem to have the same response of, I respect it, I'm glad for them, I don't want to play it, I'll probably just watch an LP instead.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this is probably a really fucking tall order, and I'm gonna try and keep this statement and discussion. I'm gonna try and keep this statement and discussion short about it. But I think that they are missing out by not allowing you be able to play that game with multiplayer for the campaign.
Like one player for every character? Yeah.
Yes, I think that would make, at least for me, it would make it a much more manageable experience. And I think by not incorporating proper quote-unquote role-playing subsystems into it in terms of the decisions that you make, and maybe expanding it to be more of a cooperative experience, they're missing out on attempting to get more people through the story and experience what it has to offer. Because the ending is particularly powerful, and I mean, how would people feel about me discussing the spoilers for?
Please don't. I have yet to play it. So
Yeah, I've not really finished it. And I am
all I
going to
wanted
be able
to
to
say
tell
is
they-
that-
there is something to be said for Pyre doing a powerful decision in terms of storytelling, much in the same way that Transistor made a powerful decision in storytelling. Has everybody finished Transistor?
yeah, technically
have.
yes.
Okay, so spoilers for a 6-year-old game. Transistor ends ultimately on the main lead after dealing with, ultimately the stress and trauma of everything that she's been going through, watching the entire city be consumed by the process, and all of her friends and loved ones and that kind of shit just be, changed permanently in a way that she isn't going to be able to fix. She just decides to kill herself. And a lot of people have mixed feelings on it. I am a personal mentality of, I like the ending, but that's because I interpret it as the non-idealistic ending. That is, no, she she didn't go to heaven at the end. That's a dying dream that you're seeing at the end there, and I kind of like interpreting it that way because it makes it parallel with Romeo and Juliet a lot more.
That's fair.
But there's elements of those types of non-idealistic endings that Pyre does that I really think kind of make it, at least narratively, a little bit stronger than Transistor. But of course, the problem is that for people like me who can't wrap their head around that gameplay, we don't get to see that.
Yeah, unfortunate.
I just wanted to say that I think Pyre is a good game, but I also think it's not for me.
Yep.
No, I've played Bastion, I've played Transistor. I do have Pyre, I am not particularly interested in playing it. And I know that Hades is probably cool, but again, I don't dislike. Is it Supergiant or Supermassive?
Supergiant.
Supergiant.
Yeah, Supergiant. Supermassive is the Until Dawn dev.
Supermassive is not Dead by Daylight.
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn and Man of Medan.
Yeah. I don't dislike Supergiant games. I think they are good, like they are extremely rich artistically and like pretty good gameplay wise. I just didn't get hooked on either Bastion or Transistor, so
Bastion is
like,
a fun one for me because I pirated it, beat it in one day, and bought it full price because I really respected it.
So you is making a fair criticism of Transistor in the chat, saying that Bastion didn't pull me in outside of the fancy narration, and Transistor annoyed me with trying to shove half the lore and characterization into locked up wiki entries and leaving the other half to vague speculations. And I think that's why I have the attitude of I am much more happy with Hades as of late, because it's me properly realizing that Supergiant hasn't peaked.
Yeah.
It's them finally figuring out how to do real-time combat really, really well. But I will go ahead and say that much like anything, if you figure out this game's meta systems and learn to abuse the dash and your attacks properly, you can kind of coast through the game. Kind of is the key word.
yeah. I'm probably gonna play it one day. I just don't really have much of an inclination to do it right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like that's the extension of my take on Hades.
Soundtrack's amazing as well.
So have you figured out exactly how to like perma upgrade your weapons at all? Because I still haven't.
Not yet, no. I think I'm still early in.
Okay.
Void, what did you play?
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean, technically speaking, that's why I'm
anything else?
talking about Hades, because I've been playing a lot of Hades. I am at the 3rd layer. I got to the boss for it. And I believe that means I am 1 or 2 layers short of finishing. I got one of the 2 bosses that are in that fight down to half health, if I remember correctly. But having to deal with 2 enemies is just
I see.
The Hydra heads are annoying enough because of the range that they have, but the whole thing is that they're limited in it, and there's only really one significant attack that you have to look out for with the Hydras, and that's their head slam. I killed the Hydra, I think, on my 3rd or 4th attempt at it, versus Meg, which I think took me about 5 or 6 attempts.
Yeah, Meg took me about the same time, yeah.
Well, and...
I got lucky because I just got, is it Bacchus? Is Bacchus the Greek one or is he the Roman one?
Who?
No idea.
The god
Oh,
of wine and
Bacchus,
revelry.
god of wine. He's Greek.
I think that's the Greek one, yeah. Keep getting him mixed up with the Roman counterpart.
No, Bacchus is Roman. Greek is Dionysus.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
back. I was gonna say I've only run into him like once so far.
Yeah, he has a really nice thing for the spell where it just creates like a little puddle.
Yeah, he's particularly powerful because I think he has poison, which is the best of both worlds. With I think it combines. It's a similar effect of weak and doom, but it's persistent and it doesn't go away.
Yes. So we can only there for cinema, and Doom just like hangs around and hits them.
So he has a low pop rate, I believe, because of how powerful poison is in the game. So I think I've seen him maybe once or twice. Whereas I continue almost every run. I always see Artemis or Hermes or Poseidon. Zeus's cast functionality is a little bit broken. Chain lightning is kind of OP in all the best ways.
Not really seen that one drop yet.
Okay.
It's the boy!
Problem for me is actually being Poseidon. Like he keeps appearing for all
Oh,
the
he
time.
likes me.
Oh, hello. Hang on, I'll
Oh,
taunt him.
I thought that was a bomb, not a healing potion. Fuck.
Yes. You know, sometimes you just get confused and you drink a bomb.
Yeah,
Drink a bomb.
that happens.
That's
Turn
his
the
life.
page. Wash your hands. Why am I thinking about Rocco's Modern Life right now? Is it because the Storm Fiend looks like a wallaby?
I have never seen that show.
It's fine. You're not missing out by having not seen it. So I've also been, like I said, I've been playing a lot of Hades.
Oh, okay.
So you absolutely want to get that second set of talents, because you get one where it's when you throw a cast at an enemy that grants them a similar weak type of debuff. So when you stack that with weak, you're doing 50% extra damage by default, or so. And then obviously if you've been upgrading shit, it just keeps going. So I now have 3 casts available to me. What's wrong?
I don't know. Did somebody have a problem?
Somebody's doing something back here.
I mean, I'm fighting the horde. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, so somewhere
While you
we
guys gush over Hades.
at a different point, so it looked like we were lost.
Yeah. What?
It's shit, right?
Hugh Jackman. Jackman
Oh.
has. Oh.
Oh, that's an inside joke of me wanting to fuck Hugh Jackman in the 2004 Van Helsing movie.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, A, it's fucking, that's the best Hugh Jackman has ever looked. B, that's the best werewolf I have ever seen.
I don't know. I feel like there are probably some people out there who have a huge gilf fetish, and thus they want to fuck Logan. You know.
Oh yeah, probably. I just think that
I mean,
Van Helsing is way better.
I don't think that's a probability, I think that's like a certainty.
No, I'm just saying people are there are probably people out there explicitly attracted to the Logan version of Logan
Yeah.
because that huge gilf energy that he's radiating.
Yeah.
God, it's amazing that like Gmilf went from a joke in Metalocalypse to a legit term that people use, and Gilf as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, Hades is pretty cool, right, guys?
Yeah, Hades, Hades is pretty good. I would say it's the one to jump in on if you haven't touched anything from Supergiant before. I think this is probably them at their best. I don't know what they have in the works next, and I have to be honest, I kind of want it to be a complete departure from anything they've ever done, and not another sports game, please.
I was honestly kind of scared for a moment because Epic kind of fucked them. With the early access thing, so I was like, "Oh, is this gonna be bad?"
Yeah,
I'm
but
glad
then
it isn't.
Yeah, then the early access with Epic period ended, and then it went to early access on Steam, and it properly blew up.
Yeah.
No, what I mean is like I remember that Epic fucked them specifically with like when Epic did that sale and they didn't contact any of the developers.
Oh yeah, that was fucked.
And like Bastion was like, due to some rules, they couldn't like sell it as low as Epic wanted them to. So they were forced to like jack up the price of the game during the sale to get the price to where Epic wanted the game to go to.
Yeah.
And that obviously reflected badly on them, and they couldn't just throw Epic under the bus for their stupid rules.
You know, I had completely fucking memory hold that whole sale problem that happened.
Oh yeah,
so.
it was a huge problem. Like I remember, like Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 was like the dev and the publisher were like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Yeah, people ended up getting Borderlands 3 for like $30 before it even launched, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like every publisher involved in that sale wasn't even asked if they want to participate. And
we're in Russia.
This
like
whole kind of like happened when Randy Pitchford was like totally bigging up the Epic Store.
Sorry, is that a repeat?
So the whole thing with like the sale and specifically with Borderlands 3 was this happened just after Randy Pitchford like bigged up the Epic Store.
Yeah.
And he's basically like saying things like to the effect of fuck Steam.
Like no, Randy didn't. I don't think Randy said fuck Steam specifically, but he was like.
But that was kind of like.
He was like a huge apologist for like the player's choice and all that sort of. After he like lost the pen drive with chock full of child porn in the right.
Yeah, I was just saying, Randy's an advocate for a lot of things, allegedly, like CP, magic women,
not
paying your employees.
Not paying your employees. Still not paying your employees. Randy, pay your employees.
Supporting
stealing money, Randy.
Supporting police brutality.
Yep.
Stealing from big publishers that aren't really as offensive or awful as some other publishers.
Let's not forget supporting
making fake trailers and gameplays for your video game.
Yeah, supporting police brutality while you also try to sell Duke Nukem because you shoot pigs in it. At the same time.
Still burns me to this day.
No, like supporting police brutality while trying to sell Duke Nukem at the same time because you shoot pigs in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to sell Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem 3D.
Oh god.
I am Duke Nukem.
Oh, my poor ears.
Your poor ears, I have to listen to your accent.
Speaking of accent, Luke, you want to take this moment to just go ahead and collectively shit on two particular co-streamers for another big popular co-streamer?
Okay, what the fuck did Billy and what's his face? I forget his name. Sorry, Reggie. Yeah, Reggie. I was about to say black man. It did.
I thought you were saying that both Reggie and Min have intolerable accents.
No, my question was what did Reggie and Billy do this time?
No, I was just asking what your beef was with them in particular.
No, I don't have a beef with them. Like, I think they are both fine people. Like, no problem. It's just that from the perspective of me watching content, it's like actually painful to watch and listen to me because, like, I can barely understand the words.
No, that's completely understandable, and it's a better attitude. It's a better criticism and response than some other people will make of, oh, this content is bad because filthy foreigners, which is what I'm sure some people have the attitude of. Whereas yours is what it should be. I want to try and enjoy this content, but I have a problem getting through the accents, and I can't enjoy it to the extent I want to, compared to Wooly, who is extremely fluent in clearly multiple languages. So,
I mean, I like their content
I-
quite a lot personally.
Here's the thing. I know for a fact from, I forget where it was mentioned. I'm sorry if I still call him Billy. Like, he was, to me, he was Billy ever since, like, Fighterpedia in, like, 2010. So, I'm sorry if that...
oh, that's right. Billy and Min are the same person. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the problem is that I get it. It's his third language. He's Vietnamese. He came to Canada. He learned French.
Yeah, French
yeah,
Canada.
English is his third language. That's honestly impressive that he knows so many languages by itself. Doesn't really change the fact that the line of work he picked requires you to have fluent English, and his English is far from
So,
fluent.
I can tell you right now exactly why Min doesn't why I can listen to Min and not be like thrown off, and that is because, ironically enough, I have an Asian friend who grew up in a Taiwanese-speaking household, and it's clear that at some point, the accent rubbed off on him to a degree, and he kind of has a certain accent to his English speaking, and I can just hear through it.
Yeah. Like, you know, obviously, like, everyone's gonna have a different take on this. I just wanna make sure that we are clear on this, that it's
No.
not
I'm
filthy,
supporting you.
filthy Asian and black men.
I'm supporting you having a problem being able to get through it, because I am saying that literally, if you don't have enough experience and exposure to certain accents, you are literally just not going to be able to get through it. And that is why I probably give T2 as much shit as I do for his, and say that you come off more fluent to me than T2 does, because your accent is not as pronounced as T2. In essence, the reason you sound better to me is because T2's accent is so strong. So you have T2 to thank for me being able to understand you more easily.
That is incredibly fucked, considering we just discussed how Boof just got his certification and I was an English teacher for 4 years, but okay.
I was gonna say that for you are probably one of the best, like, English. You know English probably the best out of everyone I know that is from Poland. But, and I don't mean this in the mean way.
Sure.
Your accent is on the level of, like, when I go to English classes sometimes, and people are like, okay, this is gonna be specific. Don't know how
No.
say.
Oh
You
god.
know?
Yeah,
Like,
I get it.
you are one level above that, in that your pronunciation is okay and you know the rules, but you just can't make it not sound Polish.
Yeah, I know.
And like the example I used is specifically like only for like Polish people in the chat, because everyone has that has that one classmate who speaks like this.
Yeah.
Wolves in the chat.
Or students! Or several students! Oh god. I like that job, but holy shit, I think like some of the errors rubbed off on me because of how common they are. That might be the reason as well.
It's funny because as much as I joke about your accent being thicker and making you a little less coherent, God, I think you've maybe only mispronounced 1 or 2 words, and then when I told you the proper pronunciation, you immediately said it right afterwards. So it's clearly not a case of you're bad at English. It's the same thing as I said with the stuff about being able to hear through Min's accent. It's all about level of exposure and experience.
Yeah, most likely. Who did more headshots than me? How fucking dare you?
I'll just sit here.
I did not pull out the gun this entire match.
Nice.
Thou is serving chaos. Burn
I'm just
him.
happy to be here.
Just this image of like, the town is overflowing with rat people. Everything's burning and exploding. There's chaos worshippers everywhere, and you're just sitting there like that. This is fine, dog. Going. I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just staring at butterflies.
As expected from an elf. Yeah.
So, Tidu, what have you been playing this week?
Mahjong.
Alright, we're skipping Tidu.
You're platinuming Yakuza 0, or?
No, I mean like legit every day I've been logging onto Mahjong Soul to play 2 matches. Because I'm trying to get back into Rarish.
Okay, when I get back to Krakow, you're going the fuck out into my apartment and helping me play Mahjong in Yakuza 0 so I can platinum that game.
Sure.
Because I do not understand it.
Why would you play it in Yakuza 0 when we could play it in 14 and be able to play
is in 14, yeah.
I mean, the joke answer is because Yakuza 0 is the best game ever made, but sure.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Aside from that, we didn't discuss this because it's been quite a while since we played Vermintide, but I played a bit of Cities Skylines. And I don't think there's much to say there. It's a fantastic like Zen game to just chill out and build a city that doesn't work. And I've got into Crusader Kings 3 because it's on Game Pass. And that game is fucking amazing. It has like most of the features that were in full Crusader Kings 2 with all the DLC. And that itself is commendable because Paradox has a really bad track record with this shit.
Okay, writing this down. Mute started smoking crack. Okay.
No, what were people talking about?
I mean, if we're gonna talk about me smoking crack, I got into HoloLive recently, so...
Mute.
Wait, you got into what recently?
Smoking crack and also.
Are we
taking
comparing
LSD.
VTubers with
Got
drugs
it.
again?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen, he's watching VTubers and playing Crusader Kings 3. He might as well live in a crack den now.
I
Dude,
guess so.
I've been playing Paradox games for the past 10 years. I was born in the crack den. Like, I put 150 hours into Crusader Kings 2 just earlier this year because I wanted to make a Poland dominating all of the Slavic nations and making a Slavic union, and I fucking did it!
The greatest fantasy ever made.
Yes!
We'll worry about staging an intervention if we see Factorio in your playtime.
Yeah, that's like I'm showing up at his door with a sledgehammer point.
Good old
That
Factorio.
PC is going out.
I mean, considering one of the first games I played in my life was Transport Tycoon Deluxe, I think there's a very high chance I will put that needle up my arm.
And the other on his rivals. So,
You get to play Factorio when I say you do.
sneak it
That's gonna be my response because I know if I let you try and play that,
for his crown.
that nothing else will get played in your downtime, and
EL saying
It is
Tito was born with the Tito was born with the video game equivalent of FAS. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, oh yeah, let me rephrase what I said. He's watching HoloLive VTubers, playing Crusader Kings 3 and FF14. He's gone.
Usually at the
Yeah.
same time, yeah.
Just remove him from reality.
I mean, my dad is a contract bridge player, so I think that might be genetic.
Yeah, probably an addict from genetics. On a more serious note, I genuinely wonder, is City Skyline fine if you don't have the DLC?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I have
yeah.
City Skyline on PS4 from PS Plus.
yes,
and
it's
I
good.
have the vanilla game on PC with like maybe 2 DLCs because I got the bundle that had that game with like maybe 2 DLCs for like $1.
All the DLC content is giving you options to what was already in the base game, basically. So like you, in base game you have university, with DLC you can build a whole complex of like, you know, the campus and stuff like that.
Okay.
The
So
thing
it's just,
that I've
it's
heard
just
about
adding
Skyline,
upon stuff already available.
it's one of the rare cases of those Tycoon games being sold as a complete experience at launch, and you don't need anything else.
Cool, cause yeah, I can try
Assassin,
that
help,
game.
help.
I'm trying. You are in such a place that it's hard to fucking shoot him. Okay. I was trying to like I wanna try that game, but like I feel like given who I am, it's probably gonna be best for me on the Switch. Also depending if that game has touch controls. I don't know if it does.
I don't know how the console controls are, but it should be fine. Honestly, as long
I mean,
as
it has a. I mean, I can literally try the PS4 version because the Switch is gonna have the same controls.
Red Ogre.
as long as the camera control is good, it should be fine.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a go. You know, maybe I'll turn that into 10 video games and play it on the PS5. So yeah. Anyway, anything besides your crack then?
No, not really. Just doing crack. Yeah, a bunch of 14 and from single player games. Yeah, nothing actually. This is weird, but this time it's nothing.
It's time to be concerned.
We started watching Dragon's Dogma on Netflix and it's bad, but I'm still going to finish it.
Oh wait, that came out.
Wait, it came
I
out?
completely missed that.
It is out, yeah.
So yeah, all 8 episodes.
And it's bad.
It is bad.
Oh.
Okay, why is it bad?
Okay, so I'm only 2 episodes in and I have not finished Dragon's Dogma, so I do not care for like lore changes or anything. But,
wait, you never finished Dragon's Dogma? Then your
Yeah.
opinion is discarded.
That doesn't matter. Just like on the level of cinematography, there are 2 shots with people talking that like halfway across, with them being, I don't know, like maybe 5 meters across from each other, but the shots are staged so that they are never in the same shot in the animation. It feels like super disjointed. Like I'm super sure they made the scenes and recorded them separately, and doesn't feel like real dialogue. And I can say that for the most scenes in that series, it doesn't feel like there is any thought. Like it's just a series of clips that plays.
So it's like Dragon's Dogma.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was
exactly.
gonna say it's like
Honestly,
I know,
Dragon's
I know
Dogma
that, I know that me and Noel over here have different opinions on the quality of the writing in Dragon's Dogma, but I feel like we both can agree that that game, in terms of writing, feels kinda surreal in that
Yeah.
it feels like you're not even talking to actually real people sometimes.
Maybe.
And that's, I think, what is supposed to be part of the experience. And we can't talk about spoilers because if we tell Tidu what's actually going on,
Okay,
it's
but
going to things.
The different point then, even without all this disjointation and how it looks and how it feels, the dialogue is extremely on the nose with the exposition. Like, I don't think there has been a single moment of character being a character, and it's all just like extremely by the numbers. We need to do this, this, and this, and that's it. That's done.
Yeah, welcome to Dragon's Dogma.
Well, the Dragon's Dogma fucking sucks.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
You need to finish it. If you don't understand the concept of Eternal Return, you can't understand Dragon's Dogma.
You can do Eternal Return and write a good story in the meantime, or at least have characters be characters.
But you don't understand the context in which it works in Dragon. Okay, we have to move on to a different conversation, or else I'm gonna start spurging.
There's a fucking cage rat facing us, so maybe to that. And
To
also,
elaborate
I just
on
wanted
what
to say,
Tidu is...
yeah, as someone who is not such a huge fan of Dragon's Dogma as Null, Everything you're describing sounds like what I remember Dragon's Dogma the game being. So
Yeah, and
I can't say that this is somehow disappointing because it's Dragon's fucking Dogma.
this is the problem that you're gonna run into, and I will completely say it. You're either gonna fucking love Dragon's Dogma and think it's the best thing since sliced bread, or you're gonna think it's awful and pretentious and one of the biggest piles of shit you've ever experienced. But if you love it, it fucking hits hard like nothing else does.
I mean, the gameplay is good. That much I know I will like about it. So.
The biggest problem that you run into is that the good characterization and philosophical commentary does not come up until pre-post game, and then in post game it's present and it's really strong and it stays well, and the atmosphere and aesthetics really turn to something else. Until you hit post game for Dragon's Dogma, you are not experiencing the real Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dragon's Dogma is one of those games that ends 2 hours after the credits roll.
Yeah. Not even 20.
Yeah.
So
it's. I'm gonna go ahead and say that maybe I know I don't want to be that guy, but you should definitely Mute. You should definitely play Dragon's Dogma because
I have it installed. I intend to, but
the PC port is very good, so you should have.
I need to figure out controller setup for a PS4 controller because
if you want a good way to
before we move on.
Go ahead.
Try DS4 Windows, DS the number 4 Windows.
Yeah, I know. I use DS3 a lot on my old PC. I just need to install it now again because new PC.
Yeah.
If we are talking in the context of best ways to experience it, if you want to fast track yourself to post game, one of the most advisable things I would say is there's a quest you get early on to unlock a particular two-handed sword that I believe has Griffin in the name or something like that. That is a particularly broken as fuck two-handed sword that's really powerful, and I think you can upgrade it or beef it up somehow, but it stays pretty consistent until mid/near end game before you finally have to replace it.
So
and that's because it's a big
sword.
pain in the ass to get it.
Get it. Drake sword. Got it.
Well, it's a pain in the ass because if I remember correctly, it's an escort mission and it also entails you attempting to slay a dragon, and I don't remember if you have to do it successfully or if you just have to attempt it.
Yeah,
it's been years since I played it, and all I can say is that
it's a very cryptic video.
It's one of the earliest bounty board quests that you see, and it's vital that you get it because it's going to make your experience a lot smoother. Hang on.
Okay, just want to say in advance, this is going to be the last mission we have to do today because I have guessed an hour earlier than I thought I'd do.
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure this is the last mission in this act.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
An act a day.
Not that it matters, because it's not like we're paying attention to the story.
I mean, honestly, the story I've mentioned before, the story of this game is get rid of those fucking rats.
Zal, would you say that, the stuff that comes up story-wise that we actually should pay attention to doesn't come up until the DLC?
The story is really just garnished, to be honest. The game is very much be rats, kill their ass.
It's a simulator of living in New York City. There's a lot of rats, get rid of them.
So even the Uber Strike and Winds of Magic DLC don't really do a whole lot for the story.
So Uber Strike is it's basically just maps from the first game.
Yeah, as I mentioned,
there is a little bit of story to it,
point
but
of that DLC is Uberfic is the place the first game takes place in, so that's the point of that DLC.
Yeah, and then the Winds of Magic just adds an extra map and then some challenge levels to do with its own unique relics.
So there isn't a whole lot going on to the story, it's just kill rats.
I mean, it's Warhammer, so yeah.
Alright.
I mean, they are not allowed to do much because, they cannot do a world-like event game-changing thing in a fucking video game for Warhammer.
But they did in fact confirm that the writing and storytelling stuff is going to be a little bit stronger, if not significantly stronger in Darktide, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
don't know. I've not really read much into it.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I feel like there's only so much story you can put into a video game like this because people are gonna be like really going in and out from paying attention to it.
The thing is though, like, Games Workshop are a bit
Like Payday
weird.
2.
What's right, if I remember correctly, Warhammer Online is canon.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, like there are so many like shovelware Warhammer games that Games Workshop has licensed that I refuse to believe stuff like whatever the fuck that Warhammer game that the makers of Right to Hell have made is canon.
Yeah.
What?
There's like a 2013 or 14 40k game that was made by the dudes who made Right to Hell, and I don't know its name.
I thought we banished those people to the game dungeons of Konami.
Unfortunately,
I mean, that's like the time when like Games Workshop gave like the Warhammer license for like $5 to every hobo that asked for it.
That's concerning.
They're way better about it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Okay.
PS3 360 era was. I mean, not bad, because you got like Space Marine and the Dawn of War series.
Now,
But,
yes, I have got a bit of a love-hate relationship with that because Relic kind of butchers the lore in a load of places.
I mean, here's the thing. I still think that Warhammer Dawn of War is like the best place to start
yeah.
Warhammer, just because.
Disagree. Now, in a post-Gladius world, I'd say Gladius is now the best place to start.
Maybe I'm not gonna argue that. What I mean when I say Dawn of War is really good is because, like, you install Soulstorm, here are like 8 out of the 9 main factions.
Yeah.
So you can just have a very like good look at what each faction is about and what they do. I feel like that's really important for someone who just wants to get into this thing, because like showing them cool miniatures of different factions ain't gonna mean much to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe you're saying Gradius is
Gladius is a very good starting place now because, like Dawn of War, it's got a tiny few factions in it now, and for a 4X game, it's fairly easy to get into, and also like each faction has their own series of quests and things like that, their own flavor text. So
I still think we're missing out by not having just a proper isometric dungeon crawler. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
would
sure.
love that type of thing in Warhammer.
They really need one that's just overloaded with a bunch of dialogue and storytelling, and it's just everything between that is you going and hacking and slashing dudes. And I think they really need to fucking figure that out already, because if they don't do it, someone's gonna find the right untapped piece of fiction that is like it. Like, God help them
Like
if
Dune?
Forge finds the right developer who is like, hey, we want to make War Machine, the video game.
Wow, that was easy.
You know what? I feel like this boss was way easier than the previous one. I feel like now it can happen because GW is making a push for more quality Warhammer
Where the
games.
fuck
That's why
is-
we're getting Darktide and man, on Gamescom there was another one announced. I think it
Oh,
was
no.
Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormguard or something like that. Which might be good. We don't know anything about it yet. That's why we got Necromunda. That's why we got all this Mechanicus and all this other stuff. So I feel like now is a good time because GW is clearly trying to get something that's not shovelware out the window.
Put it out the Switch.
Yeah. I mean, what, Mechanicus? It's out.
No. I mean, put out
On the Switch,
the
yeah?
put out the 40k dungeon crawler, isometric real-time dungeon crawler onto the Switch. It would be perfect on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I want to say is that they clearly want to make not shovelware, and at the same time they don't want it all to be Space Marines.
Yeah.
So
Which is
you
good.
get a
Which
lot
is
of
really,
better
really, really
stuff.
good.
Starting to feel the Space Marine fatigue again with 40k.
Yeah.
I love
Gil's
the- I
saying
love
that
the
Twitch
space-
is
I
shitting the
love the
bed,
space
apparently.
marines,
On the
but, like,
however, on the topic of like Access games and not 40k but fantasy, play Total War Warhammer. It's fucking great. It's amazing.
Total Warhammer, yes, is a very good game.
I mean, it's one of those games I want to play. Like, there are a bunch of Warhammer games that I want to get, and Total War is among them.
All right.
Listen, once the channel finally hits affiliate, like a couple months in, I think we said we were gonna. I talked to Tito about this, and I don't think anybody else, but I think we talked about doing 4X February.
You mean killing yourself live on
Stream poison February, yes.
Yeah.
And I was saying, hey, let's do in that month we'll do Total Warhammer 2, Endless Space 2, and like one or two other games. And all I want to eventually take a crack at it, but I need to have somebody holding my hand on something like Total Warhammer 2, because
Alright.
I'm not good at RTS.
I have to run, so if we could just thank everyone on the stream, that would be great.
Yeah, let me run through. Oh hell. Let me run through those names that we've got in the Twitch chat today. So, thanks for coming by, Chris, as always. Commander Root, Lemon Juices, Lurks is a bot, I believe, that just lurks channels. Randveld, Rubber Slayer, I think is another one of those bots, I'm not sure though. Thundax, and of course, Yeel as well for being a regular with us and being a very loyal girlfriend to Booth.
Let's go.
Hello.
You can find me and Titu on Twitter at Space Between All, at Cute Mute Prude. Where can people find you, Zao, and you, Booth?
Oh, go on, Val.
Again, I'm kind of nowhere. I've still not got like a personal Twitter.
That's for us and us alone.
He truly is the space between all.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm gonna shut up the
okay.
stream. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. And
Did Booth
see
give
you
his
later.
Twitter?
No, if Mute has to go, let him go. I'm just gonna, give a quick plug.
Okay.
And it stopped.